Question is, you got a little experience now, you're into the season, you've won a couple games, so what's just the general vibe around the team right now after getting a couple wins?
Yeah, a lot of excitement. Just trying to, we're growing and we're building here. So like we can't let them get too high. You can't get too high and you can't get too low. And they've done a great job when we were losing those games early by just a few points. Now we've got a couple wins in a row. We also have to be really careful to make sure they stay even keel and just keep it top of mind what we're trying to do.
And in the first couple games, close, but you weren't able to close. Last couple games, close, you do close. What's been the difference between the beginning and the last couple of games out?
Yeah, I just think experience. I mean, we have such young players. You've got to learn to win in those situations. I mean, it's a different, teams were making runs on us in the fourth quarter and we weren't able to stop the bleeding is what we call it. But we've learned to do that. We've recognized it. We make some adjustments. But they're just taking the defensive end and really holding themselves accountable to getting stops in those moments.
Tomorrow, you're playing a team that's right above you. You're firmly kind of in the middle of the pack there with a good chance to get into playoff position. So for tomorrow, when you got a team that's right above you, what kind of significance do you put on tomorrow's game?
Yeah, tomorrow's an important game because it's our next one, and that's what we have to keep going with. I mean, we can't, people have started saying the playoff word, and I just don't want to hear that right now. We're just trying to go game by game and take care of what we need to do. Whatever our keys to win are, we want to look at those for every game. We let them get to the free throw line on us like 34 times when we played them there. That's huge for us. We've got to defend without fouling, keep them off the free throw line. Just next game is the most important one. That's why it's exciting and important.
Cool. And last question for you. You obviously have a lot of young players. So Aliyah's already doing things that haven't been done in years or not even at all. So just what's her performance been like and just kind of the rest of your young players?
Yeah, you just see growth in her every game. I mean, she's learning things every game early. She struggled with foul trouble. She played against some of the best vet posts in the league early. So they were making some vet moves on her that was getting her in foul trouble. We talked about it. We changed her footwork a little bit and how she was in her defensive stance on the block. So she's growing and she's learning. And I mean, she just keeps getting better every game. She just keeps doing something different every game that really puts us in a good position to win.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time, Coach.
Yes, sir.
What is the vibe around the team like now? You're into the season. You've gotten a couple wins in a row. So what's the general feeling of the atmosphere around the team lately?
Yeah, I mean, it's just really good. Everyone is energetic. I mean, it's just a great locker room just because, we're working together. We're meshing really well. And, we've been able to get two wins in a row.
At the beginning of the year, you guys were close, but you had some trouble closing games. But you've been able to do that over the last couple to get the two wins that you have. So what do you think has changed from maybe the first 3-4 games of the season to where you guys are at right now?
I would just say our attention to detail. We're really focusing in, especially coming down to the end. Because we really want to, just like you said, close out a game. But I think it's stepping stones to where we're going to be, and I think this is part of it. And so being able to close out these last two games have been really good.
For you, when you assess your own play through the first part of the season, how would you assess yourself and what grade would you give yourself?
Oh gosh, I don't think I'm a self-grader, so I don't know. I feel like it's all a learning experience, and so maybe a B, a B plus, a high B plus, maybe a A minus. Just because I think I'm just learning and I'm experiencing and I'm just trying to be a great teammate. But as a group, I just think we're doing really well.
That's awesome. Last question for you is just tomorrow you have a team that's right above you, in the standings. You guys got momentum with the last two wins. So what kind of significance do you guys put on tomorrow's game?
Yeah, I mean it's a really big game, but I mean we look at it as another chance to compete, another chance to step on this floor, and play for each other. And so we're just excited for it. We're not really going to look at it as they're up one in the standings. It's really just okay. We have a game on the schedule, and it's time to handle business.
That's awesome. I appreciate your time.
Of course, thank you.
Got a couple wins in a row.
Yeah.
So what do you think the general vibe is around the team now? How is it different from maybe the first couple games of the season when you had a couple close losses? What's kind of been the feeling around here?
I think it's always been positive no matter what, but considering what history says and what people say about Indiana Fever, it's been heightened a little bit, but we know the work that we've been trying to put in as a team, so we focused on what the right thing to be focused on.
A couple games out of the shoot, you guys couldn't close the game. You have closed games. You won tight games over the last couple. So what do you think's changed coming down the stretch here in the last couple of games?
A little bit more experience, I think. Just you need a little bit more time. Everybody want the game at the highest level to be rushed. Everybody want it to be sprinted through, and I think sometimes some stuff just takes time. AB not knowing spots that she knew at the beginning of the season to where she know now, we know them. Me knowing where I need to be at the beginning of defensive actions compared to then and now, it's just different. I think life takes time. It takes time, and I think our team is, collectively we all, understanding where we need to be on the floor. But more importantly, I think we got closer as a team off the floor, and I think it's contributed to some of the success we've had.
When you look at all the young players you have on your roster, generally, how would you assess the play from the young players, especially Aliyah? Obviously, being a top pick, there's always going to be a lot of attention on her. People are always going to be watching her very closely. So, how would you just grade the group play, as a whole, and then Aliyah specifically?
Oh, Leah's always amazing. First and foremost, she does what's required. She takes up the paint. She's got good footwork, great footwork actually, and she knows how to spray out when she feels two collapsing on her. And so for us, it's about us playing around her and being what we need for her. I think defensively and offensively, I think our younger group has really dialed in and honed in on what's important, and that's really rare for a young group. Sometimes, like I said, stuff takes time, and our group is coming along really fine.
Cool. And last question for you is, tomorrow you got a team coming in that's directly above you on the standings. You guys have momentum, having won the last 2 games. So what kind of significance, even though it's kind of early in the year, do you put on tomorrow's game?
I mean, Atlanta's freaking amazing. They had great all-star players, really great coach. We know that we're gonna have to fight every tooth and nail, for 40 minutes. We know what's at stake. We know what's gonna be required to win a game, and obviously may the best person win, may the best team wins. But I think we prepared for it, so I think we'll be good.
That's awesome. I appreciate your time.